Chairperson, Vice Chairperson, I'm sorry, we have no corrections today. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to public comments. Are there any speaker cards for the public comments?
No, Vice Chair, we have to read the statement. There are no speaker cards though, but at this time, the general public may address the Commissioner Committee on any items listed on the agenda, including items not listed on the agenda, which are called non-agenda items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Commission. Please be aware that the maximum time allotted for members of the public to speak shall not exceed 3 minutes per person. State law prohibits the Commission or Committee from taking action or entertaining extended discussion on a topic not listed on the agenda. We ask also that please show courtesy to others and direct other comments to the chairperson. And to your point, there are no speaker cards today.
All right, since there's no speaker cards, we move on to regular business.
All right, Vice Chair, members of the Commission, we're happy today to present item number 1, dog park project updates. If you are a follower of the City Council meeting, this is the same presentation, so I want to give the Parks Commission the same update that we gave last night. So, just a little bit of background about the first dog park coming to Montebello at Quinlan Park, as it says there in your screen. The City of Montebello's first dog park will be located just behind the Parks and Rec office, just north of our facility there at Quinlan Park and adjacent to the existing restrooms and picnic areas there. The project will provide an enclosed area for dogs to exercise, socialize, and play off leash under the supervision of their owners. The new space is approximately 3/4 of an acre of enclosed fence new dog park. Moving on, a little bit about the features of the dog park. And important to share this again too, and have this on the record. The Commission was involved with the public outreach efforts both at the Quinlan Park and then here during the Commission meeting. So all the items that were asked to be included in the dog park made it here to the plans. So that's actually what's being constructed right now. Those items include the double gated entries, the large and small dog areas, several way stations, water stations for both dog and human, shaded benches, several dog park furnishings, those are like activities areas and apparatus, landscape improvements in and around the dog park, irrigation had to be rerouted and made specifically for that for the trees and shrubs that are within there. AD accessible concrete pathway, which is a big upgrade for the park in general, that allows access from the parking lot to the dog park, which is a whole new pathway that wasn't there before, and then slight low level lighting just to keep security lighting essentially at the dog park. So those are the features we're looking at. As I briefly stated, there was a community outreach effort. We're going to go way back in time to the city's park master plan that happened in 2020 and was adopted in July 2021. Important note on that for the Commission, the public, the master plan identified Quinlan Park as the ideal location for the development of a dog park. Much discussion with the community about the location and parking situation. There was 2 areas, 2 parks that were referenced as areas that a dog park could be built safely and securely. Shea Park, you guys know, as the Parks Commissioners, we do not own that park. That's owned by SoCal Edison. One of the things they absolutely do not allow you to do is build dog parks or community gardens. So cannot build a dog park there or parking. So Quinlan Park, as identified in the Park Master Plan, there was extensive research done about what the average levels of service they call it is. So what a typical city with our size and our population would have in terms of amenities. How many basketball courts, how many baseball fields, how many pickleball courts you should have based off of typical LA County, California, and national averages. Dog parks was one of the things that we needed to do, and then that level of service analysis told us where the opportunities were to build those dog parks. Again, Shea Park or Acuna being the park that we do own, that's why it was selected. Additional outreach was done here besides the master plan efforts in 2020 and 21 in May and June 24 with this Parks Commission, as I mentioned. Construction updates, so we held the groundbreaking ceremony. Some of you were in attendance that day, December 4th, 2024. Got started construction early 25 and a couple of delays along the way. So rains in January, February, and any kind of rain on a construction project basically takes it offline for about a week or 2. So the easement restrictions, so there's a water line from Montebello line of water that runs underneath the dog park. So part of the plans had to be restructured and reorganized and resubmitted for plan check and back to the city to accommodate for the water line, and then several contract negotiations after the RFP process was done. More construction updates, so some progress that's been done. That's actually a picture from about 2-3 weeks ago with the public affairs team drone. So it's a lot better than that. They've already cranked out a lot of the concrete work that's gonna go in, but grading is done. Liner is installed below the surface for the Montebello Land and Water specifications, again, to protect the water line that runs from Victoria to Lincoln. Pothling was completed as required by Montebello Land and Water. ADA ramps were completed right in front of the Parks and Rec office. Water lines and French drains were installed for drinking times, and amenities are soon to be installed and actually delivered today to the site. Anticipated opening is going to be late June 25. What was discussed last night, council, and the previous council meeting, part of the needs for the staff here to operate the dog park is the rec divisions can operate it. There was no rules specific established for the municipal code for dog parks, I'm sorry. So at the council meeting, April 9th, and then again last night we had a public hearing to discuss this item. And what we discussed was adding chapter 12.27 to the municipal code, which adds specific rules and regulations and guidelines for the operation of a dog park. This chapter, now approved as of last night, will go into effect 30 days from last night, includes designated hours of operation, regulations, signage requirements, violation penalties, and power of parking rules to enforce. Moving on. And lastly here, just on the dog park rules, we're not going to have a bunch of rules out there, make it too doom and gloom. There are a lot of rules that are being proposed and approved last night. The community's going to have a chance to vote on the design and style and color of the new dog park sign that will be right at the entrance to the main entrance of the dog park. So if there's any questions I can answer at this time, that we just want to provide the commission and the public a chance to learn about the status of the dog park, which we look forward to inviting you all to the opening sometime in June 25.
Do any of my colleagues have questions?
So will the rules be posted online, or will they be found like right at the park right here?
Good question, Commissioner. So actually both areas, just because the municipal code is housed through the city website, on a third-party website, so online through the municipal code search, that'll be done 30 days after last night's approval. But specifically, probably in several locations throughout the dog park, at least definitely at the beginning entrance. We want to remind folks of the rules. So we could share with the commission what's already approved. It's also on the staff report agenda items for last night's council meeting, the specific rules that we're proposing.
Thank you.
Next item, the minutes approval for the meeting April 17, 2025. Can I hear a motion to approve those minutes?
Yeah, motion to approve.
I'll second. All right, thank you. We'll move on to staff communications.
Thank you, Vice Chair, members of the commission. We're going to go over another presentation here as we do. Typically, bear with us, we have quite a few items. I will be presenting on the first four, and then our Assistant Director, Ryan Rivers, will handle the remainder. So just a few other construction updates. Again, we talked about this project with the commission several times. Happy to show these pictures. They're actually a couple weeks old, so it looks even better if you drive down Beverly. Right near Granbury Park, that public right-of-way space that the city was able to get competitive and annual allocation measure funding for is just about complete with what we're calling phase 1 or phase 8. That was all the landscaping, the grading, the amenities that are installed. Just a quick recap, I know we talked about it quite a few times. Besides the amenities you see there on your screen, this was given as an access point to the Honda River for walkers, bikers, horse riders, so those amenities are related to that. So all the landscape stuff and all the different amenities for horseback riders, for walkers and runners are installed. That's essentially done. We kind of signed off on that already with the contractor. Phase 2 is yet to be bid. City's working with SoCal Edison to have the electronic engineering done, electric engineering done. Essentially to pull power for the new LED sign, which will be about a 20-foot sign from across the street. So no real timetable on phase 2. We're still waiting for Edison to provide the actual plans to go to council and put out the bid. We're hoping before September, October that is complete. But for now, you can see that it's still fenced off just to keep it secure. All the amenities and whatnot, ribbon cutting when the entire project is complete with the sign. So that's the Rio Hondo Access River Improvement Project. If there's any questions, we can answer that at this time.
Any questions?
Is the sign the same one that we're replace the barnyard that's currently on Beverly?
That's a great question, Commissioner. Yes, so essentially the electronic sign that we proposed is set to replace that. So there's no official documents that say the city has to. We tell you here on the record that we're going to promote everything at the park, the sports programs, the vegetarian, the barnyard zoo. Have some graphics already made to kind of replicate what was there before the zoo. So let the folks at the zoo know that they know it's coming soon, hopefully sooner than later, but it will promote the zoo as well. But it replaces that. To answer your question.
Another question, Director. Will we allow people to place ads on the new LED sign?
That's a great question. So of all the signs in the city, they're mostly owned by third party. You have your Watchfire, you have the different brands out there. This will be the first one that we actually own on ourselves. And we have the ability to actually ask the funder, which is LA County, if we can do that. So yes, we can. We don't want to turn it into too much of a billboard type of thing. We'll use it mostly for city and community related items. That's the intention. But the city has the right to still make that assessment. So our public affairs division from our department manages all the billboard signs. So we're working on a policy to kind of cover that. But yes, we could advertise them. We could sell advertising on it. But the intention is to promote TV events and programs.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Moving on to item 2. Just one again, we talked about this several times for a couple of years now with this commission. So proud to announce that the Measure A funded project at Montebello City Park is done. We have a brand new field there. You've seen it, you heard about it. We'll tell you again about it. We have a brand new infield, brand new outfield turf, new irrigation. The below ground dugouts are now above ground, much safer, a lot of new concrete work and features behind the dugouts. So just want to thank the commission, obviously thank our council for approving that, and as well we're going to get some general fund to bridge the gap there. So that field's amazing. It's a good marker for the rest of the city to use for other field renovations in the future. We hope we can do it at some point, but just want to officially close out here with the commission that project is now complete. And if there's any questions about that, we can answer at this time.
No questions.
All right, my third item, new program here for the city. The Public Affairs Division again is working on this banner program. We're going to advertise this next week. And essentially what we're going to do is allow for, you've seen a lot of cities, graduates of our local high schools, the ones within Montebello, to be able to purchase a banner to be displayed on Montebello Boulevard from June 20th through August 10th. So the entire application packet will come out next week, so we'll have more information at that point. But as it says on the screen, that's the main information. Folks can sign up for the banner program at our recreation office. It costs $165 per banner. We could accommodate about 50 of them on Montebello Boulevard from Lincoln by Taylor Ranch Park up to the underpass project. The applicants get to keep the banner at the end of the installation. We'll take them down when school gets back in session, so that move on to the 26 graduates, right? So that's the student banner program. If there's any questions, you can answer this time.
I have a question. Yes, I noticed that this is offered to all Montebello Unified School District students. But you know, however, we also have Cantlow. Was it offered to Cantlow? It's a school here in Montebello.
As a proud alumni as well, it was not offered to Campbell, just the Montebello Unified School District schools. So there's probably between those schools, you do that 600-700 graduates, we have about 50 spots. So keeping it to the public schools with the attention for the first go around. We could probably have some more space on Beverly next year, but there's some other vendors that are obligated to be there now for Beverly. So in order to not disappoint too many people, it's going to be just the Montebello Unified School District, Montebello, Sure, Dale, and ATC.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. Director, how are we going to be, the public positioning? How are we going to promote this within the schools? That's my question.
Yeah, good question, Commissioner. So through the same channels we typically do with the social media, the newsletter, and the email blast, but also directly to the school principals as well, so they can share. Hopefully share with everybody, but again, we have a limited amount of space, so.
Thank you.
Director, so a follow-up to the question. Follow-up to the question regarding people who want to apply. Are we expected for them to apply at the school sites, or should they have come here to the city hall to apply?
It's a great question. I know we're not providing the entire package because we're still finalizing it as of today. So they would apply at the Parks and Rec office, kind of how they do for the military banners. They have to provide proof that they're graduating, student ID, as well as a photo that can go with that banner as well. So that's why it's in person there.
Thank you.
areas. So our utility box beautification program, many months ago, I want to thank the commissioners for coming and vote on this. They've actually pretty much all been installed from what I gather here. So the round 3 artwork was installed, and thank you to our subcommittee here, the arts and culture folks, Mr. Carmen, Mr. Jimenez, for helping us vote on those utility boxes. We've reached out to the kids and the parents to invite them to the May 28th council meeting. We'd like to invite you guys as well to be there to support if you're available. They'll be being presented with the artwork, how we've done in the past. We bring it for them and then kind of highlight where they are with the brief presentation of where the artwork is installed throughout the city. So we'd like to invite the commission, everybody in the public to celebrate the local artists. There'll be further utility box programs, we'll probably work at that in the next school year, but again, wanted to share that project is pretty much wrapped up now for the most part, and invite you all to help us celebrate that. Thank you.
Any questions?
Good evening, members of the commissions. All right, I'm going to be providing some updates and an overview on technical difficulties. We will just updates on upcoming programs. Starting with this Saturday, we will be hosting our low-cost pet clinic featuring dog and cat vaccines, fecal exams, deworming, physical exams, and so on and so forth. Again, that's this coming Saturday, May 17th at 9 a.m. at Montebello City Park, and that, of course, features low-cost and affordable options for visitors. No need to register in advance. It can show up on the day of the event, and it can be held in the Monument area. Moving on to City Service Saturday, and thank you very much to everybody who participated as part of our Earth Day. We had roughly 120 volunteers that day at 2 different facilities, so we very much appreciate everybody coming out. We will have another volunteer City Service Saturday on May 31st from 8 to 11. This time we will be at Grantway Park. The areas of focus will be wood chip replenishment, mulch, painting, and general park maintenance. Again, we hope you can join us. We encourage the community to come out to register in advance if they can. It does help us prepare in terms of supplies and ready ourselves for the event. But certainly we would welcome anybody who wanted to show up on that day as well. Moving on to our summer outdoor basketball program, registration for that will begin on May 19th, which is Monday. It is $60 per participant. And in addition to the divisions you see there before you, we will also have a Tiny Tots clinic for kids ages 3 to 4. The games for this season are expected to begin the second week in August, and this will be a combination of indoor and outdoor games. Unlike our previous season that's held during the winter, those are indoor games only, so this will be a combination of both, and they will be held primarily at Taylor Ranch and our gymnasium. Moving on to summer camp, and we are about 30% full for this program. We just opened registration, so we're certainly expecting that number to increase as we approach the start date. Camp will run from June 16th to August 1st. It is for kids ages 4 to 13. $100 per weekly session, and there's a one-time $25 registration fee for each participant. Each session will include a field trip and a free lunch, and this will be held at Hollyfield and Kathy Henn. So Youth Center Hollyfield will have the older kids ages 7 to 10 and 11 to 13 will be split up within that facility. And then at Hollyfield we have the little ones ages 4 to 6. So again, certainly send anybody our way if anybody is interested in doing that. It's definitely a worthwhile program. And I mentioned this at the previous commission meeting, that we were in the process of applying for the summer food service program that we typically offer on an annual basis. We submitted the application last week and are awaiting approval. The actual deadline for that program was today, so we're expecting to at least have to wait a few more weeks. But in essence, it is a grant-funded program offered through USDA. It offers free meals to children 18 under at 4 different sites. We would plan to host this between June 9th and August 8th, and we'll take off the 4th of July holiday. This would take place at Hollyfield, Reggie, City Park, as well as Grantway Park, and we typically serve 175 lunches a day. to provide some information on our upcoming special events. We hope you can join us for our Memorial Day ceremony, which is scheduled for Monday, May 26th at 11 at City Park. We will have a special guest speaker at that time, a Vietnam war veteran, recipient of 2 Purple Hearts. So we're certainly looking forward to hearing his remarks on that day. We also have a Striker Pride 5K event scheduled for Saturday, June 7th at 8 a.m. at City Hall. Registration is open online for that as well. There's no fee to join. The registration includes participation in the run or walk. That is entirely up to you what you would want to do at that time. Again, it's a 5K, and it also includes a t-shirt and an award. And if you happen to finish first, then you would receive a prize for that as well, recognition on the main stage. In addition to that, we'll also have resource vendors. We have roughly 10 to 15 resource vendors expected to attend that day as well. Some food options, some activities for families. So very family-friendly event. Again, we hope you can join us for that. Concerts in the park are back this year, so we are going to be offering our first concert on Wednesday, June 18th. That will take place every Wednesday through August 6th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. We're not quite ready to release that schedule. It should be out by Monday, at which point we can share all 8 weeks of activities. But we have some very good bands lined up, some old, some new, probably more new than old, I should say. A lot of activities in terms of resources and vendors that will be participating as well, so there'll be plenty to do. Again, very family friendly, some giveaways, raffles, things of that nature. We're looking forward to offering that again starting June 18th. And lastly, I'd like to invite everybody to the Independence Day Spectacular. We'll be holding that on Saturday, June 28th at 4 p.m. with a fireworks show beginning at 9 p.m. Just any questions on any of these items, I would be happy to answer those at this time.
Does anyone have any questions? No questions, thank you. All right, we'll move forward to Commissioner Oros. Do any of our colleagues have anything to share?
Thank you, Vice Chair. I just have 3 here very quickly. Director, I just want to see the possibility of possibly adding Taylor Ranch to the list of city service Saturdays. I know it's something that I talked to the Girl Scouts since they are there, and they're pretty excited to see if we can do one of the city service there.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, we'll talk with our supervisor that organized that program. I know they have a lot of dates built out already and see where we can fit that park in the schedule. I don't believe we've hit that park yet.
Yeah.
At all, because it's been pretty much brand new, right? So we'll take that recommendation and get back to you.
Thank you. Second one here. Looking at the possibility of maybe getting polo shirts, jackets, and business cards for the commission. I know that sometimes I still have mine from 2019, but they are pretty outdated. They still have the old logo and the old email. So this we're out there with the community and they're asking questions and we give them the business card and I have to write our new email. Sometimes, you know, it can get complicated. So if there's a possibility of doing that.
Commissioner, I'll make a comment that we'll definitely, is that okay with you on the business cards? We should do that for sure. I'll have to check on the city policy on the polo shirts. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what was provided prior and what the standard policy, so that way all commissioners are fairly represented, but the business card is something that we take care of.
Thank you, Director. And my last one, some of the community members have been asking, maybe we can have, if we do have more information on the night market. What's the update on that, or we are looking to see if we are doing something different with the night market this year?
Yes, Commissioner, so the night market essentially is winding down, right? We're not at that location anymore, we're going to go back to concerts in the park. You'll see a lot of the same vendors there at the concerts in the park, so that's going to be the replacement, I guess you could say. The city put all of its investment in the 8 weeks of concerts, which is spread out to several months, right? We can have greatest attendance as well, too, so it's just a better use of resources for us. But want to get the same experience besides the great music. So you'll see a higher caliber of music, but also a lot of similar vendors.
Thank you, Director. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Commissioner Loyo?
Yes, there were discussions at previous city council meetings regarding the forms of the budget, and it appeared that most of the people that were in attendance favored park beautification as their most favored policy, and so here I am just submitting a formal request so that we can have more beautification efforts and policies going forward.
Commissioner, just a comment on that too as well, you are correct, feedback was provided by the finance department to us as directors internally, I know they shared that with council. No surprise that we were there, we saw that a lot of comments were, and that they were obviously agree with that as well, so let's see more, beautification out of the park, so I think that's already been shared with council, it's their prerogative how the budget is shaped, right, we're using staff's input as well, so definitely kind of need to share my opinion on that, internally, right, and see where it goes from there, but thank you for pointing that out, so I have it on record here as well, thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Commissioner Carter?
No, I have no comments, thank you.
I do want to say something, I know it's not quite related, but, Saturday they're having a fire service day, Station 55. So we want the community to come out, that way we can interact with the firemen and see the fire station, and get a plan that you don't get to usually see. So, yeah, it's from,